Takeaway from today?
That I played well, that I putted well. I think the course was as forgiving as we're going to get it, but I think also, actually, Joe, probably the biggest takeaway is that how good everyone is at golf that's here. I think the scoring's unbelievable. I'm sure we could talk about the fact that we had soft conditions. It was receptive, but still.
Still got to hit the
you've
shots.
still got to play, and you've still got to hit the shots. And I don't feel like it's not really that many shots that aren't demanding around there. I just think, biggest takeaway is just that, I feel like I played great, which I obviously did, and did everything well, but still, you should never sort of take for granted like how high the standard is out here. But yeah, to shoot a good score, I'm very happy.
Is this the best example of just trusting the process and it keeps putting you up there time after time?
I guess so. I think I'm playing really good golf, and like I said, I think the easiest thing, or maybe I don't know whether it's expected, but obviously when you've had a couple of disappointments or you've been close and it's not quite happened, and there's things like that, I think it's obviously you want to make the most of when you're playing well, and just because I guess things haven't worked out for me before doesn't mean they won't work out this week or next week or whenever that may be. But I always say, best possible scenario, you put yourself in contention, you play well, you put yourself in contention, and you go from there. So I guess so, yeah, just sticking to the process. I think I'm doing a lot of things well, and just happy that I've got off to a great start in another tournament, and I'm there again.
Do you believe it?
Good. Have you been confused for Scotty Scheffler before?
No, actually, that's a first, Todd Lewis. That is a first. It's not the worst.
You said the start was scrappy. Was there a time where you felt like things maybe clicked and started going in a better direction?
Not really. I think I got on a really good run with my putting. I thought like 5 was a great bounce back. I had a really good tee shot and a good shot into the green and a good putt, so I played that hole well. 6, I had 2 good shots in, but then again, like 7, sort of poorish tee shot, got away with it, hold a long putt. I never really... Yeah, I just think it was never a round that really flowed for me. But it was difficult. I think it was like damp conditions, kind of. It wasn't cold by any means, but obviously different air and windy air. And I just found it a bit more difficult today. But the one thing I was really happy about was my putter. I felt like when I was on the green, talk about flow, like things were going really well. Felt like I was reading them great and in a really good rhythm. So that was good.
All right, we'd like to welcome our 2025 FedEx Cup champion, Tommy Fleetwood, to the interview room here at the Tour Championship. Tommy, kind of a whirlwind finish. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I'm good. I think a mix of emotions from, proud, relieved, happy. Yeah, there's a ton of emotions that I'll probably be feeling. It doesn't sink in for a while, like winning doesn't sink in for a while, but what an amazing day, yeah.
Awesome. With that, we'll open up to questions. If you can just raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you. We'll go with Jay first, the black hat, Yahoo Sports.
Tommy, you had a lot of time on that back 9 to walk between the holes and walk between the shots. Walk us through what you're thinking in your mind as you're walking there, particularly walking up to 15.
I felt like I'd lost my swing, really. I got a bit erratic from the 5th. I felt like I started the round off really well, like really solid, did all the right things, and then I hit I had 2 really poor mini drivers, 5 and 8, but I felt like I'd sort of lost my swing a little bit, lost my timing, lost my transition, hit a big hook off the 10th. And I was, all my focus kind of went into my rehearsals, changed my rehearsals a little bit, tried to find my tempo, tried to find my transition a bit. So all my focus kind of went into that, and you're always kind of aware, no matter how present you try and stay, you're always kind of aware of the ebbs and flows of how it's going. The one thing I've done so well in the last few weeks when I've had the near misses is I've done really well in the tournament up until the closing few holes, and then you have to walk to the 15th tee and stand up on that. I said before, I really dislike the 15th shot. The angle of it doesn't fit my eye very well. It's a very, very tough shot. So, I was really pleased with the swing that I put on that. But, I was just really focused on sort of where my swing was at and trying to feel like I was doing the right things. And as well as managing everything else, whether it be your expectations, whether it be the doubt that's creeping in after the last few times that it's not gone my way, and also dealing with the sort of the reality of it. Felt like the door was getting further and further open for me as the round went on, and trying to sort of stay level-headed about it.
We'll go to Mark Schlabach with ESPN.
I mean, he's been through it all with you as well, and he's beside you there.
Yeah, of course. And like I say, I think I'm sure Phil knew what tease it up wants to be. So there were so many good things, and yeah, it's great. It was great walking down the 18th. I'd have kind of liked to enjoy it more with him, but I was going into this like mental cocoon of trying to get through that 18th hole, and I was like very, very much head down and zoned in, and let's get the job done. So I'd like to enjoy it a little bit more with him, but you know, we have those moments on the last green. We have, you know, the crowds are amazing. You know, I get to hug Finno, I get to have those pictures forever, and it's another, you know, accomplishment for us too as a team.
Anything else for Tommy? Congratulations, Tommy. Well deserved.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Keep you here for a moment.